But that was a trigger, constantly being asked, why I wasn't drinking, and then I'd give my reasoning, and then, so really, why aren't you drinking?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, that's
you know,
the
I
that
really,
sucks.
really wasn't liking the person I was becoming. Really wasn't liking the person I was when I was drunk, and I really, really liking the person I am now that I'm
You,
sober.
yeah. What are some of your triggers, and how do you cope with them? Or are you experiencing triggers? Have you experienced triggers? What's your thoughts on that?
Occasionally, I will get some triggers, but right now I've been doing really good. An old trigger would be boredom for
Yeah,
sure. Boredom was always the go-to to get high. Just you know,
bored or
I'm
tired?
bored, so
Yeah,
let's go smoke some weed or something so I can get creative. Let's go. Stress, but we're always stressed. We're
yeah,
always stressed, and but that falls back into focusing on what we can control. And one thing we can't control is when I mean when you get drunk,
yeah,
you're not in control anymore.
yeah,
You know, you're honestly not, and especially if you grew up in my day age where I mean, you probably even back then, you're pre gaming, and I mean, when
yeah,
you go hard,
yeah.
and there's a point where that light switch turns off, and you're not in control no more. That's someone else. So controlling what I can control is obviously main or first step is to stay sober. So that gets rid of that trigger as far as stress, because I'm only going to stress out about the things I can control.
Right.
And so boredom, stress, anxiety was always one, just to kind of like, you get those shakes or whatever thinking about, you know,
The things you can't
the
control.
things you can't control. Right. Yeah. And all that's really all it comes down to. Um, but I still hang around guys who still smoke and drink and stuff, and that smell sometimes, that smell of marijuana. Some people don't
Yeah,
like it, but man, I'll still stick my nose into a can,
yeah,
But now I can just enjoy it for that alone. I just like what, I can just appreciate its smell, and that's it. Because now I know if I get high, that guilt is gonna like probably give me a panic attack because it's just gonna weigh so heavily on my chest that I'll just have a panic attack, which I never have gotten one before, but I figured I might now. But
yeah. You.
uh, but yeah, I mean those are triggers for sure. I went to a wedding renewal, and the first thing I got when I walked into the wedding renewal was two shots with my name on it, and I'm just like, man, like why?
Yeah,
So I, ripped my name off that thing and gave it to someone else, and I mean, it was really obvious, like, but I just put it around my little glass of well, my champagne glass that I filled up with water, and I was just waiting for whenever that toast was gonna come. But that was a trigger, constantly being asked, why I wasn't drinking, and then I'd give my reasoning, and then, so really, why aren't you drinking?
yeah,
You know,
yeah. That's the
I've
that
really,
sucks.
really not, um, really wasn't liking the person I was becoming. Really wasn't liking the person I was when I was drunk, and I really, really liking the person I am now that I'm sober,
Yeah,
because I can be way more honest with everyone than I ever was. So like I think like the things I say now um, are the things I always wanted to say when I was drunk and stuff, but I didn't want to be a hypocrite. You know, I'd go out and like I said, I'd wanted to go out to be around people because my family was so separated. I didn't have that didn't have the balls to call them up and tell them what was really good. So I'd go out and hang around people, and I just sit there with my mouth shut, just thinking like, man, like this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing.
yeah,
But then someone would offer me a drink. A lot of the times I would go out with no money, and somehow get drunk or end up somewhere I wasn't supposed to. And yeah, being having a plan before I go in eliminates those triggers from being in those situations. So, but boredom, anxiety, and stress are all triggers. But having the tools now, definitely,
Yeah.
those triggers don't last.
Well, yeah, just even knowing that you can recognize them now, and then, like you said, having a plan for when you are put in those situations.
Hmm.
I don't.